Hey guys, it's David. Doing a little bit of housekeeping at the beginning of the episode here. Giving everybody a fair warning. Let's all, go to the library. Let's find some free PDFs online, whatever you got to do. Because in 2 weeks, we're discussing The Great Gatsby. We got our boy Harold Rogers on the podcast again. He's got my favorite episode of Sandwich Tuesday. And, last time nobody read The Lightning Thief. I know it. I looked at the episode numbers. Let's read it was a great, if you guys would have fucking had read The Lightning Thief, my God, you missed out on some good entertainment. I feel sorry for you fuckers. Let's read The Great Gatsby, guys. You got 2 weeks. It's a very short book. I bet you could find it free online. Go to the library. Pop into a Barnes & Noble for a couple hours. It's a really short read, and, hopefully, hopefully the episode's good. But, you know what, it will be, because Harold's such a smart fucking genius guy. And, me and Max are good fellows, too. Anyway, all right. Enjoy this episode. Goodbyes. Sandwich Tuesday. All right. We live.
We're here. Live.
We in the Sandwich Tuesday studio basement.
Dude, the first time it feels like a real studio.
I know. It's we got our professional photographer, former Sandwich Tuesday guest, Cole Crawford, in the studio.
Clap it up.
Not on mic just yet. He might pop on later. He's taking photos. He's capturing like
our essence.
The essence of Sandwich Tuesday. Which we were like, should we clean up a little bit? And Cole's like, nah, let's
do it how it is.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And this is how it is.
Yeah.
I asked, because I'm sitting behind all the trash bags. I got some dusters, toilet paper, all our supplies, which I'm in charge of, is in this cubby hole now.
100 sponges.
100. Yeah. Well, we're actually probably at about 92 now.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'll get another 100.
Yeah, reorder.
I gotta reorder. Well, because this used to be where Joe kept Bejoka.
Yeah, yep. And for people who don't know, that's our old roommate, and he had a dog.
Yeah, he had a dog in a crate, and that's now where we keep our trash bags.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. No, that area used to be, because Joe's decorating was so insane. Yeah. That was where the area where we keep our supplies now was where this giant dog used to reside, who was like the second it had to be up there, because it would only go up there when Joe would like leave.
Sure.
And so it had super bad separation anxiety. So it would like literally start just, it was like a kennel. Like it was just like, it was like the Holocaust.
It did not handle it well.
And then meanwhile, Joe would, he was like in charge of how our house looked. He decorated all the time. He rearranged. It
was always on sale. It was always a sale at Kohl's.
Well,
he got deals.
Or just like Facebook Marketplace. He would see like a poster that's like, I love my goddamn family.
Yeah.
And then
the amount of things he would be like, he would say, he's like, yeah, dude, it's only $1. Can you believe it? And you're like, yeah.
For sure. You actually overpaid.
Yeah, for real. Well, we were talking, he had a sign in the bathroom over there. There was a plate that wasn't even hung up that said red, white, and blessed.
Yeah.
Which was all time. I'm trying to remember, he had over there by the TV, there was the sign that said, oh, you're not drinking alone if your dog is home.
Yeah.
Which you are.
For sure. Yeah, even more so.
Even more so, especially with the sign.
Because now you're like, you got something that needs you. That is.
Yeah, also, I was like, you don't even drink. I was like, none of that's true.
Yeah, he just liked it.
He just liked it. He thought, then we had the cocktail recipes. You remember those?
Yeah.
Like it was like how to make a mojito.
Yeah. Never once was a mojito.
No, there was like broken glass on it.
Even thought about.
No, dude. It's like mojito. Moscow Mule, I think, was what they were all over the place.
And he had like literally a Paw Patrol.
Yes. Like a 4-piece. Was it 4 little ones, or was it
4 little dogs from Paw Patrol?
Yeah.
And it just seemed so
on
canvas.
It seemed like on canvas.
And when the dog's not there, it seems really scary. It seems like we got some pedophilic things going. There's just a cage and children's cartoon paintings hung up in our basement.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he moved. He was like, "You guys want to keep this?" And we were like, "No."
Nah, you're good, bro.
Oh,
Are
we
you
good.
sure? I'm not even gonna charge you.
No, yeah. Could you
That's
imagine
for
a
free.
Venmo request? $100 for Pop. No,
He's like,
dude.
I was thinking like, yeah, 100 for the whole thing.
I mean, in his, I will defend that man to the day I die. For what we did want, gave us the greatest deal. I think he gave me the TV, the mini fridge, and everything for like $50, and that was very much not what they were worth. They
No,
were
yeah.
far more. He was the greatest roommate of all time.
No, he was awesome. He did a lot, but he asked every time.
Yeah.
And he asked about stuff that did not need to be asked about.
There's questions.
It would be like, I would wake up, like, whatever, wake up for work at 5 in the morning, and I'd see texts at 2 in the morning of him being like, "Hey boys, you mind if I move this couch over here?" We're like, "Dude, yeah."
Well, that was the time he struck. He was a bat. He was nocturnal, dude. That was the time he struck. Well, also he was eternal as well. He was up at all hours.
I was like, when does he sleep?
He was up at all hours.
Because he would literally
Enjoying none of them.
I would be leaving for work at 5:30 in the morning, and he would be outside watching TV still.
Dude.
And he's like, "Later, Dave."
Take it easy.
and then like he's like starts work at 9 a.m. I'm like, what's going on, dude?
He's on his walking desk.
Yes.
Stacy, how are you?
Yeah, dude. He was a
Oh.
socialite.
He was the man.
Yeah, he
And the
was a-
dog, yeah. It was quite the environment. Anyway,
Shout out.
shout out. Oh, dude, I was talking this. I'm bricked up. I've been bricked up.
Uh-huh.
It's for those of you at home. That's not like just a straight erection.
Yeah.
Which is what
It's
it sounds
curved.
like. It's curved. Yeah, a little. But it's, dude, because I'm addicted to my phone.
What
And-
addicted?
What?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Child? Have you ever said child like sincere? Like child?
Child, you mean?
Yeah, child. Oh, see, that's. I'm already embarrassed.
Yeah.
You don't put the D on it?
No, you don't put the D on
Child.
it. You're maybe your honky ass does.
bro.
But
Child.
me and my melanated friends,
Yeah.
we don't even need the D. We throw an E on the end.
Did you ever get a sincere child? Like, were you ever
Child.
being like,
No, I was always pretty. Because child is like, you're misbehaving.
Yeah, I was-
probably. You're
it's
like
like-
you're acting in a way in which the person who's referring to you as child does not approve.
you're getting reprimanded?
And so, nah, fam.
Nah.
I didn't do. No, I was.
Did you ever get a boy?
You know what the white version of that is going
Mister?
your last name. Fine,
You think?
Marco.
Finn? Marco? I never got fined.
Well,
like
you
that.
were a good boy.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. I would love a child. I would love to do that to my son.
Ciao.
Just at like 14, never do it before. Child.
You're still not doing it right.
I know. I know, but I wanted to impress you. I'm
Okay,
bricked up.
bricked up.
I'm bricked up because I'm addicted to Instagram.
With addicted. Yeah.
I tried to do a
We got-
face for the camera. Wait, let me try that again.
Don't know.
Wait.
We're getting the photo shoot happening right now, which
Yeah.
I will say, I think so far we're doing an incredible job of acting natural.
Right.
But I will say I'm so aware of what's happening.
Joe, you
right
have
now.
to be. You have to.
And then I'm also usually we're just like talking and it's like fine.
Yeah.
But because someone else is here, I'm like, fuck, we're bombing.
Yeah, no, dude. Well, also normally we have our pants off,
Yeah.
but that
And we're both bricked up. But
Yeah,
today it's just you.
just
so
me. That would be an all-time photo shoot. Just be like, you want to see how we shoot sandwich? It's just you and I, underwear, full erections.
Cole's like, yeah, just do it how you normally do it. I'm like, all right.
Oh, dude, I have to get locked out of social media because I can't handle myself.
So it's a device, which I've been hearing about this.
Right.
Everyone has been talking about the brick
yeah, dude.
lately.
Eric put me on. He said it's the new thing. It's the thing. It's in to be bricked. Bricking
Yeah.
is in.
Yeah, brick.
To brick yourself. I bricked myself.
Yeah. And so it's like a little square.
Yeah, that you select the apps that you want to be locked out of, and once you lock yourself out of them, you can't unlock it unless you go physically touch this brick. So if I leave it at the apartment, I go out. Like even if I want to, I can't use these apps until I come home and touch it.
Yeah.
Touch my brick. And so yesterday I was out for like 10 hours and I was going through sincere withdrawal. I was like thinking about like running home.
Yeah, because you've had it for like 2 days now,
Yeah.
and you have 5 unbricks.
Already used
You
one.
already used one on day 2.
On day 2.
Who is that?
Yeah. So it was. Yeah. It really.
Should we be like doing action shots? No. Because well, so this is what I'm thinking because because we're doing the podcast how we normally do, but we just sit in the same exact position the whole time.
Yeah.
So I'm worried that you're getting like all the photos are just us looking exactly the same.
Or maybe
what do you think, Cole?
No, that's fine because I mean, if there's like 4 pictures, that's great.
Okay.
I don't need. I just need 4 good ones.
And I don't think maybe we'll realize. Maybe we don't even know how mobile we truly are, and this will prove it to us.
Maybe something will happen where I'm like, yo, that's a good bit.
Yeah, dude, you just that would make my lifetime if I said something so funny that you sincerely stood up and ran in place.
Yeah.
I would be like, I can.
If I black guy laughed,
dude, child.
I did a backflip and I was like,
Have you ever flipped?
no. Oh, on a trampoline when I was
For
a kid.
real?
Yeah.
I've never gotten to that
Did
point.
front and back.
For when?
And I used to rip gainers into the pool. You know what a gainer is?
No.
Really?
I wish. I feel like I should.
You should, bro. But you know what? I'm like realizing kind of what you were about your whole life.
Yeah. It wasn't gainers.
A gainer is when you're running forward into a backflip.
You're running forward. Oh, like off a dock situation.
Yeah.
You would do gainers
Into the pool.
Whose pool? Or just,
Someone. I mean, my friend Jacob's. Could be a hotel pool. Could be off a dock.
any pool you were gaining.
I gained.
When do you think the last time you did a gainer?
No pain, no gain.
Yeah, dude.
When was that? Like literally, probably middle school.
But okay, and you were like
Maybe ninth grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was it? I mean, did you have any like? What was your cool move? What was the thing that you would do when you were a kid where you're like, all right, that was, one on the scoreboard for fine.
And it doesn't have to be pool related, or it has to be pool
No,
related.
it doesn't have to be pool related.
Because pool wasn't. I wasn't putting any numbers up there. I could
What?
throw a frisbee off the ground. Like I could skip it. That was pretty cool.
I could also do that. Next.
I'm saying, I think you had me beat.
What about I bet in the pool you would do the swim from one side to the other with holding your breath. You would do the hold your breath challenge?
I mean, I would do it, but it wasn't like anything to write home about. It was. I don't think I was getting the full distance.
I'm just come on.
How long is the pool? How long is the pool?
Like just
I
like
swam
two
in long
Olympic
pools growing up. I did. My family did well for themselves.
Yeah, I get. No, I feel like I've swam in some long pools in my day.
Yeah.
I mean, not Olympic size. But
Okay. I think I was hitting where the Olympians train.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. And I would get.
You were at Sochi. Let's go, boys. Get your trunks. We're going to Sochi.
What would be the event you would want to go to? Number one Olympics event, winter or summer?
Oh, winter. I mean, I would want to go to a hockey game.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, that's obvious.
Fucking U.S. Canada.
Dude.
The champion. I mean, that would be awesome. I mean, I would also like to see those ski guys that fly through the air.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like,
That would be really cool.
They really send it.
They do.
They really.
And
But
like,
how do you even walk? Like, where do you sit at the ramp, or are you sitting where they land, or the top? Where's like the?
I think I
seats?
would like to be at their exit point.
What's the exit? Like where they
Where they
drop
like
in?
at the top of the ramp,
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
and I high five them on their way. I think I would like to do that. I would like I don't know. Well, I saw a video like it's like how do those Olympic ski jumpers stay in the air so long? And I'm like, that's a great question. And then I clicked it, and they're like, they just go really fast. I was like,
They start real high, go real fast.
yeah, exactly. I could have guessed that.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I thought there was. All right, so it is that.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have anything more to say about your brick?
Other than it truly, they give you 5. You mentioned I couldn't get through 2 days without using one of my emergency unbricks,
Yeah.
which I was very like.
And it was not an emergency.
No, it wasn't remotely. I was just like, I was like, I bet 17 people have DM'd me asking me to do like the biggest shows of all time tonight.
Yeah. That there needs to be an advanced brick technology in which they like you're like you can set it to like let the horny DMs come through, and let the
show.
career
that
stuff.
would ease my mind significantly.
Yeah,
Because you don't get notifications either.
yeah. Fuck. Man.
So you're bricked out, you're locked out of the fortress,
dude.
then you're wondering what's going on behind closed doors.
And the brick is really only for fucking poor, unsuccessful losers because
Yeah.
because everyone else
Can't do gainer losers.
the brick is useless to somebody that's got an assistant, somebody that
Right.
they handle their social media.
Well, they're
They ain't on
brick
social
for
media.
life. They're life
Yeah.
brick. Are
Okay.
you hopping on?
We got.
Are you on the horn?
Cole sitting in the.
I'll hop on the horn.
Dude, welcome to the horn.
Welcome.
Well,
Are you familiar with the brick?
I am. I was.
Are you bricked up?
No, like 2 weeks ago, I was doing really good. 2 weeks ago, I was doing really good not looking at my phone.
Yeah.
And I was kind of practicing a little bit of self-discipline. But then someone brought something to my attention. They're like, oh, have you seen, X, Y, and Z, this special video? Something that I typically wouldn't ever watch. It was like a cooking video, and then I felt really out of the loop. So now I'm back.
Dude, there's always going to be something that gets you back.
I know.
There's always going to be. Wait, what has your number? Is it Instagram, TikTok?
It's
YouTube?
Instagram. It's the reels. They
Yeah.
come up kind of almost automatically. You'll be looking at something that someone that you follow, and then all of a sudden it's
over.
It's over.
It's over. It wastes so much. It makes me, dude. I was it's absurd how first thing in the morning I'm like I'm like I got it. Even if I wake up in the middle of the night to take a piss, I'm like, let me check Instagram. Like it's just.
Mm-hmm.
It's got me down. So I have to brick myself up.
How much was the brick?
50, 55.
I think I was also like probably around the same time period as you, Cole, doing really well, not looking at my phone. Like read something online that was like, it said, you're not lazy. You just are addicted to dopamine. And I was like, okay, let me see what this is about. Cause I was feeling really lazy. And it was basically the one piece of advice that I even remember from this thing was it's like when you first wake up in the morning, just make yourself not look at your phone. Don't look at your phone when you first wake up. Do something first. Take a shit. Fucking make some coffee. Whatever it is, and drink the coffee then thereafter.
Right.
And then look at your phone. And I just did that, and for some reason, like it changed everything. And I just would like catch myself about to go on Instagram and be like, nah. And put it away, because Instagram's got everybody. I don't know anyone who's like fucking dude Fitbit or whatever. And so, and I had never felt that week. Like 3 days in, I was like, I feel not only so good mentally, but like also clear. Like right now, I'm stopping myself right now from saying like. I stopped saying like. I stopped using filler words. I would know where my sentences were going. All those things, it made it so much better and easier, and I wouldn't even have to like focus like I am right now to not use all these filler words. And so, and then I forget what happened. Probably the same thing. Someone sent me. Have you seen Cooking with Kyra?
No, I haven't. But is this a real thing?
Yeah, it's a woman where she cooks and she just like has her ass out, and it's really it's hot.
See, yeah, okay. See, that sort of thing is like
sink me.
that's what someone was saying. Have you seen Cooking with Kyra? And I was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
scrambling to get on there. Do you guys have good ads on your Instagram?
No.
Yes,
Nothing.
I do.
Nothing to write home about myself.
Are you talking about the ads for like the game where you can make money?
No, I don't get game ads. I get see, this is one way I don't look at Instagram like on the train, because I get these underwear and bra ads.
Nice.
And it looks like I'm looking at scantily clad women on my phone, and so I'm like, I can't really look at this in public. I don't know why
Why are you doing this to me?
I don't know. Maybe I must have clicked on something. I don't know.
I know why I get them.
No, I get my ads are for this one specific game where they have it's 4-minute advertisements, and it's like a soap opera. It'll be a lady in a restaurant, and a rich guy comes in and he's like, look how poor this bitch is. I bet she can't even afford whatever. And then she opens her wallet and like a fly flies out. and then the waiter is like, use this app, you can make real money. And then she's like, I made $60. And then like they deliver it to her right there and she pays. And it's stories like that over and over again, but it's like really soap opera level, like where someone will have a baby and like her husband leaves her and then she gets it's all these, and the comments, like I watch all of them to their full capacity. And there's a community of us because the comments are like, my favorite show is on. Like everyone likes it.
And it's real money?
I think this shit's bullshit. I think it's a scam. But that's what they claim. They say it's real money. And then sometimes they even address it where someone will be like, yeah, I tried using that app, but it's a scam. I never got my money. And then the person on the phone is like, well, did you download it from this advertisement right now? This is the only way to get the real app.
Dude, my favorite thing to do on Instagram is I do it every now and again. Is I just comment on random Entertainment Tonight posts, and like there was one where it was like Anna, I think her name's Anna Siwa or something. Is like they're like Anna Siwa is playing
JoJo.
No, it's a different. Anna Siwa is no. Trust me. I don't think JoJo's playing Yoko Ono in the new Beatles. Which, great casting.
That'd be awesome. They did it really offensively. Like, okay.
But they were like, Anna Siwa is casted to play Yoko Ono in the new Beatles movie
Marvel.
or whatever. And I just comment, she's going to do great. And I just get these notifications periodically of like some like literal stranger liking that. It's like I got 9 likes. It's my favorite thing to do on Instagram.
That is awesome.
She's gonna do great.
Dude, I've been getting like, I'm against AI, but I can't not watch. I've been getting these AI videos of like, it's also pretty soap opera level of fruit, like anthropomorphic fruit that are having some really devious problems in their lives. Like it's always like one of the fruits will cheat on the other fruit, and then they'll have it's like 2 strawberries are together, and then the lady strawberry cheats with the man banana, and then she has a baby, and the guy strawberry is like, why is he like a banana? It's, you
get that exists.
Oh my god, I guarantee if I went on my reels right now, I'd have to scroll 3 times before one of those videos came up. There's so many. And people are always like, you go to the comments and people are like, the strawberry's always a hoe.
Who do you think is making those and why? Like,
oh my god, it's probably like a foreign adversary that is trying to mentally fuck us. It's the same thing with like during COVID. Remember where it'd be like anti-mask parties? It's like fuck the mask, fuck the vaccine parties, and then someone tracked where that account was, because the video would be, or the account is like anti-mask party San Fernando Valley, right? Like that's the account. And then they tracked it and it was like Russia. That's where the account was based in. So there's all these psyop shit that is, not to sound all conspiracy theory, but there is all this psyop shit that's like happening on the internet. And it probably started with some malicious intentions. And then I think now there's so many accounts where I think there are just like Americans who are like, oh, this is good. Like, I'm going to start making this.
The Russians have to have cutbacks. They're like, they're already doing it.
Yeah, they're good.
They're good.
That's probably for a lot of stuff. They like start it and then they're like, they got it.
It's like
they got it from here.
kindling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Thanks,
a bundle of sticks.
Thanks, pal.
Do you remember back in the
Probably.
day when kids would like say the F slur and then be like, yo, it's just a bundle of sticks, bro?
I know.
Probably not in
Long
SF.
pools.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
I don't even get it.
That's what the F slur, like the word means. It's a bundle of sticks to like start a fire.
Really?
And it got started. If you ever watched
I grew up around good people and not outdoorsy. my family had gay family members and we did not camp.
Yeah, you had a great gay uncle.
Yeah. I did not know. No, I did not know that.
That would be like the excuse. And it would be the same thing with like, when someone would say gay and they'd be like, I mean happy.
Yeah, that one I heard.
Mm-hmm.
That one I recall.
Yeah, there's all sorts of different ways.
There's,
to-
I didn't. It's a bundle of sticks.
Yeah, and if you ever, I mean, you should have
A
watched
bushel?
the first episode of Louie.
Yeah.
Because on
I
the
did.
on the first episode of Louie, one comic educates Nick DiPaolo
Sure.
by telling him that the F word, the reason gay people started getting called that was because back in the day,
They loved
they would
hiking.
literally light them on fire for being gay. And so they're like, oh, they're just like a bundle of, you know.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's a fucked up origin. I thought it would have come from a nice place, but it was actually pretty evil.
That's it.
Yep. So, what's up with you? What's your guys' favorite slur?
What's your doing? Well, did you grow up outdoorsy? Did your family go like camping and hiking and
Yeah,
swimming?
I mean, we went camping a fair amount, and we would go, you know, a couple hours north of where we lived, and we went to this little lake and you know, get in a tent.
Did you enjoy it?
I did. I guess I did. I don't know. It's like the lake we went to. You couldn't go in it. You couldn't swim in it. So
Wait, what?
You guys picked the wrong way.
I know. That's
It was toxic.
You're from California. They got lakes there. They got swimming lakes.
yeah, I don't know. This particular lake, you couldn't swim in.
It was just a looking lake.
You just could look at it, and you could fish in it,
Okay.
but you couldn't swim in it.
Why not?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Do you think that was a thing, or your parents just didn't want to bother? They're like, don't bring towels.
Like
You
we
know
don't.
what? Maybe they just told us because they didn't want us to, like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
drown or something.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't swim in this lake.
You can't swim.
No
but
one
there's
can swim.
people swimming in it. You can't. bro.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
They're breaking the rules.
Yeah. Was that your guys' vacation move? Was the camping trip?
No, we would do. My mom worked for a cruise line for a time, so we would do. She got good deals on cruises, so we did a couple cruises, and that's where I made out with my first Australian,
Oh my God, dude.
my first and only Australian. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down under.
It was down under. Yeah,
Where were you on the trip? Where was the?
we were in Australia.
Oh,
so
wow.
it
So it was
wasn't
local.
Yeah, it was like her kind of like taking a cruise to maybe like from New York to DC type thing. It wasn't probably
That's-
that,
what an
that
epic
exciting.
cruise.
Yeah, not exciting for her, but for me it was.
You brought the excitement.
Yeah.
Where,
Yeah, and it
where's
was-
this cruise going?
It was actually
Baltimore.
the last night of the cruise, and she was like, and she said she was like, I think I had just turned 12 on it, and she was like, there's a cute boy on this cruise that I like, and I was like, oh cool, what's his name? And she's like, it's you, and then kissed me.
Whoa.
And it was pretty special.
How old was she?
I think she was around the same age, but that night there was this other girl on the cruise. Okay. She was from Detroit, and she was 16, and she went to kiss me, and I got scared, and I went back to my room, and then that was that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Detroit and Australia.
Yeah.
You
The
pull
same.
all over, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude,
I'm
doesn't
global.
matter what hemisphere.
Yeah, dude. Oh.
What when was your first kiss, Max?
18.
Oh yeah,
And I was scared.
Yeah, you have a whole bit about.
Yeah, I have a
this.
whole bit about that. I was 18. You?
You made her cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. With my lips. With my soft, hard lips.
Mine.
How old was she?
14, if I remember right.
Okay.
You, the chaperone.
Yeah. It's a joke
It was
for
a
all
ba-
the people listening.
It was a baby. That's why I started crying.
Yeah.
I was in. I don't even know. Probably.
That
Thir-
hurts. Because I remember. People are like, how old are you? Like, I remember exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. Like between 12 and 13, maybe at summer camp. And I honestly don't even remember her name. It might have been Allison.
Really? You don't recall? Do you remember Was that your first kiss?
That wasn't my first kiss.
Jesus.
That was just your first Aussie.
Dude, you guys
That
were...
was my first Australian kiss.
Wow. Wait, how old were you when you had your first kiss?
I was probably like
Dude,
I was probably like 11, but that was the Aussie was my first makeout.
okay.
Yeah. First makeout.
You really got after. That's awesome. Okay, you were around that time, 11, you think?
Or yeah, I don't know. It was summer camp. It was between 11 and 13 probably. But that was not a makeout. My first makeout didn't come till I was 16.
Oh, so this was a peck?
Yeah, this was just a peck. Yeah.
How long? Say when. You're getting into makeout territory.
No, it was.
I wish the camera was on for that.
It was earlier than that. You should have been. Where were you? You should have been shooting that.
I
bro.
know. I wanted to give you guys the rundown. I since it's such a beautiful day, I
Right.
saved a few. We could do a couple outside.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's
You know,
awesome.
make the most of the role.
Dude,
That
make
would be
some
awesome.
Take some pecs out there.
For sure.
Wait, so how for real? How long? It was nice.
Go ahead, start over. Yeah, probably like 4 seconds earlier. No, it was just a normal.
Did she kneel down? Like, was she like? How?
Whoa, what the hell?
No.
What the hell are you getting into, bro?
I was imagining her being taller than you. Yeah, but that came
Yeah,
off.
she probably was. I was.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're always taller than you at that age.
did you guys know that? Well, I was also really short. I don't know if you guys knew this. I had to take human growth hormone shots to get tall because
You roided up?
I was roided up when I was a lad because thank God I went to the doctor and he like told my dad or my mom or someone he's like pretty low in the percentile for his age of height. He should take this like medicine to get tall, which anytime you see a short guy, you're going, man, their parents weren't taking him to the doctor or something because the technology is out there.
You could have been cured.
Yeah, I literally, when I graduated 8th grade, I was not even 5 foot tall yet. And then look at me now. I'm 6'4", and
Dude.
it's crazy.
You
But
swooned.
but no, I do remember that probably that year at camp actually. I remember going back to back with a girl who said she was 5 feet tall, and then I was the same height as her, and I was like, "Let's go! I hit 5 feet."
That's great.
Yeah, it was awesome. But no, I was a short dude. I could have been like 5'2" right now.
But you ended up 5'4" and strong.
Yeah.
How did you take the medicine?
So it was literal shots. Like I would put them in my arms here, in my thighs, and sometimes they would tell you could put it in your butt, and I'm like, I'm not
Get a
doing
huge
that.
ass.
Yeah.
Just an absolute dump truck.
Well, what is
Short man.
what?
Just with a fatty.
Dude, that'd be so funny if like it didn't. Yeah, like I just didn't. It just made my ass really big.
You're like, your parents were like, honestly, this isn't worst case.
Yeah. What if that they're like, you would have been 6'2" if you used the ass.
It's true.
They should have told me that.
You think you could have handled that?
that
6'2"?
responsibility?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
With that
I was a
hair
bully.
and 6'2", it'd be unfair
Oh
to
my
everyone.
God. What is weird is the places where I did inject myself, the hair in that areas, like on my arms, it's like much darker than the rest of my hair. Like they're like jet black over there. I don't know.
So you could have had like a werewolf ass as well.
Got a dark hairy ass. Yeah, it's probably good that I didn't do that.
You don't have a hairy ass? I got hairy behind. You?
I have a hairy ass.
Yeah.
I don't. No, my ass
Sleek?
isn't hairy. Yeah, it's as.
You should check it out one of these days. If you're ever feeling up to it.
Here I go. I gotta oil it up first.
Yeah, of course.
So I guess I mean, should I talk about Providence? My crazy ass weekend in Providence.
No.
Okay, cool.
Baby, spilled the beans.
They gave me a bunch of swag. They gave me
Your shirt's on the your name is on the shirt with John Mulaney. That's
Yep.
pretty fun.
my name is on the shirt. I got a badge. They gave me a hat. They gave me a tote bag, a coffee cup.
I think the odds are zero
No,
you ever
but-
use that tote bag out in public.
No,
It would.
no.
I would be dying if I saw you carrying a tote bag.
I'm not a
to-
tote bag guy.
Me
I've
neither.
tried.
Well, you know what's special? You got. I think a tote bag is great. At least they didn't give you like one of those drawstring bags.
Yeah,
That would have been.
I
For
actually
sure.
I like that. Well, I use them to. I just put my. They break immediately. I use them to. Any ones I've ever gotten, I use them when I go work out, and then like I just like put my keys and phone in there, and eventually they break, and I toss them. That's the only time. You can't have those out and about. They're horrendous.
It's true though.
But I'd rather that than the tote.
But Cole is right. That means they put no effort into like
Oh,
their
yeah.
budget was so low and they didn't give a fuck about you if you got one of those drawstring bags.
That's right.
That's like what you get like where they give it to you on your first day of summer camp, day camp or
Yeah.
whatever.
Or when you got the COVID vaccine, they're like, here.
Here's a pencil.
I'm safe pencil.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What did you think of Rhode Island?
Rhode Island was pretty. It was a lot. Providence was a lot prettier than I expected. I thought it was going to be like homeless guys and ladies and just like all fucked up and bad and whatever.
Whatever.
But it was like it was windy streets and brick buildings and like historic, and although a lot of office building, like there was a lot of really cool looking buildings, and then I'm like, what even is this place? There's no signage and there's no, I think it's just all offices and stuff.
Yeah.
Is that where Family Guy is filmed?
No, they're
Yeah, they shoot on location.
Is that where?
I did see Peter walking around. Well, he got into the festival.
Isn't that where he's supposed to be
Quahog.
from?
They're from
Quahog.
Rhode Island. I think Quahog's a made up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quahog.
But they,
you're right.
Rhode Island is
Okay.
The,
Do people talk like that?
I didn't encounter anyone,
Yeah.
but I didn't interact with that many locals.
there's a
Um,
language barrier.
besides when they were telling me how funny I was after the show.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of like sort of more urban characters that were fucking with my shit.
Okay.
They were fucking with my shit. My day ones, they were like sort of more, melanated individuals.
That sounded really cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you guys when people come up to you, is it kind of like a mascot thing where they feel like they can say anything they want to you?
Sometimes,
yeah.
for
Like
sure.
mean or nice?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like, how people do that with like you can kind of like go up to a mascot or whatever and you're kind of like, whoa.
yeah. No,
No,
it's a great way of putting it.
1,000%. I mean, sometimes recently I did a show in Poughkeepsie, and I like had an amazing set, and I like got off and felt like, wow, I'm getting pretty good at this thing. I just crushed for 20 minutes straight, and then the first woman to walk up to me after is like, "Can I give you some advice?" And I'm like, "Oh, go ahead." And she's like, "Yeah." She said, and it actually was good advice. She's like, "You say the other day too much. Don't say the other day."
Okay.
And I was like, that's actually useful.
But for a moment, you were like, what is she going to say?
Well, also, I'm like, fuck you. It's like, you don't do comedy. You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
That is oddly good advice. Because
yeah.
whenever those happen, it normally is just my cousin's brother.
Yeah.
he worked at a Trader Joe's. And you're like, all right.
And it's also, you're like doing jokes about, oh, I do a lot of jokes about how I don't have any money. And then people come up, it's like, my son was broke for years. Like, they're just telling you that. And you're like, uh-huh. Whatever. Or before the show, too, they go, you better be funny.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
better be funny.
Last night I had a guy come up to me. He told me he was telling me that he'd seen me before, and he was like, I like racist jokes. I was like, he came to the right place.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, all right. I don't know if I'm taking requests.
like-
Who do you want him for?
Was he
Not
was he non-melanated?
Dude, they were these two Latino guys, and they
Okay.
kept talking about how they live on Long Island and how they just love they just drunk drive over here and back.
That's awesome.
And they were like, we've been here like 4 times. He's like, I always take a shit in the bathroom. And he's like, we have the best time. And he's like, and I was like, they always come to the late night show and they're like just talking about getting hammered. I was like, so you drive out here? And they're like, yeah. I was like, all right.
That's sick.
I was like, be careful. I had that, dude. I had a show I bombed so
Oh yeah, we
horrifically
gotta
the
talk
other
about
day.
this.
It was for this famous, I mean, she's a very successful comic. She has these shows at New York that she sells out, and they're the audience is exclusively like gay men that are just into her. Like they're not really like stand-up fans, but they're fans of her. And I had this thing called Checks, which is basically you go on after the headliner and you perform while people are paying their bills. And I've done that like 100 times at this point, but I never done one for her shows. And she had just been on for like over an hour, and she was crushing, like murdering, like people were hitting their knees, and she gets off, and then I get on, and I bomb harder than I've bombed. I mean, to silent, like people, they weren't chirping, they weren't heckling, just silent. And by the time I got off stage, there's roughly around 100 people there to begin with. There was 20 left. I was dripping sweat on the stage, dripping. I out loud literally went, I want you guys to know this is the worst I've ever done at this. And the guy went, it's not your fault, honey. We're just laughed out. And I was like, oh, okay. And
That's actually very nice.
it would no. Well, that was you. What even made it worse is I got off stage.
It's worse that they're nice.
It's worse. I got off stage. I literally walk out because I have to go do this show again in 2 hours. I have to do there. You have 2 back-to-back sold out. I walk out. I don't even meet this woman. I was so embarrassed. I walk out. I go straight to the corner store, get a beer, just sitting on a stoop. I get a DM from someone at the show saying, "I thought you were funny. Keep it going." And I was like, I'm gonna cry. It was
Because you get a lot of post-show DMs, and they're usually pretty sick.
yeah.
Having a post-show bomb
Yeah.
DM of someone like, don't give up.
You don't give up. To know you did, because I was like, I know that went. I was like, I've done this over 4 years. That's the worst this has ever gone. And I was like, to get a, hey buddy, like, it was the worst I've ever done anything as an adult.
Yeah, so that person had to
Find me.
Find you. Yeah,
Yes.
so they must have been like on the way home.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel bad for that boy.
Yeah, that's
It
so
was- yeah.
sad.
Like they're like, this guy might kill himself if I don't
No,
intervene.
It was that level of just like, I mean, but I can't explain it. I told David, and I was on the phone with another buddy earlier today. I was very anxious. Like I've just been feeling off, and I wasn't feeling off. That bomb, I felt so good the next day. It made me. I felt it like it cleansed me. I don't know. I felt so refreshed. It was truly like just a kick in the system. I think I had so many things on my mind that I was worried about and like anxious, and then that went so poorly that I forgot about all of them. And I really was just like, this is the only thing I can think about right now. And it felt good. It felt right.
I mean, I'm trying to think of something that. What's the feeling like when that's happening? Is it like
You're
a
just-
panic, or is it like?
I mean,
I'm trying to think of something in my life.
it's
that
like
would-
proper. It's like 4th grade embarrassment.
yeah, that's.
It's like
ugh.
it takes you back to when you're like 10.
Yeah.
And you literally, I literally wanted to cry. Like I wanted to get off stage. Like I was the closest I've ever come to getting off. I was not like I think like I was. I haven't watched the video yet. I don't think I ever will. I was dripping.
Can I watch it?
No, I was no. That's
Come
good.
on.
No. That was,
Come on.
You should no. You're so vulnerable. I was dripping sweat. I came off, and my buddy who was working the door, Josh, went, "You look sweaty." And it was like I was stumbling, I was mumbling, I was cutting myself off, I was going, oh my God. And you feel like you pissed yourself in 3rd grade, and you're just like, it's like that emotion. And you don't feel that very often as an adult.
No.
It was Jesus.
Because sometimes it is the most fun thing ever, and then sometimes it is so embarrassing, especially when you're seeing people's faces and they're looking up at you like,
Oh, dude. Just getting out.
it's
one
like
by
with
one.
disgust and confusion, and sometimes they're mean. I did you know, sometimes I'll get thrown on the last show of the night on the Monday that I'm working, and it's one of these shows where everyone is like trying new jokes essentially, and usually I get thrown on at the end. So everyone who's there in the audience is like usually still about it, but
Not always.
not always, and especially because I was just working. Like they have even less. Like if they're not about the show, they're going, "Oh, the fucking popcorn guy,
the janitor."
They're letting the popcorn janitor go up. Yeah. And so I was doing this new joke I have about magic, this magic documentary that I watched, and I explain. I talk about this beef between Chris Angel and David Blaine, and part of the bit is me explaining who both of them are, and then I stop. It's like 4 minutes long, and I stop it probably 2.5 minutes in because they just hated it. And this one girl's from the audience goes like who the fuck even are those guys? And I'm like, I explained it to you. I literally like spent time explaining it to you, and she's like, I don't know, I don't care. I'm like, okay, and it's just like for someone to just be like so blatantly while you're on stage being like, I don't even care about what you're talking about. It's just like you want to, and I work there, so you especially can't do this, but you want to be like, well, fuck you then, bitch. You know?
Yeah, but you're also, it's this weird thing of like, also you need them. You absolutely need her. You need her. She's the instrument. You got to make that woman laugh.
And also it is like the thing is you're literally getting a focus group back every time you do it.
Yeah.
So that is, even though sometimes that joke works pretty well, I'm like, okay, well this lady isn't interested at all, and how do I make it interesting to that dumb
That's a
dumb
good
whore?
thing. That's a good thing. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. When mine went so bad, I literally went for a walk and out loud. No music. I was out loud going to myself, going, "Wow, Jesus." It was, yeah. You get the whole spectrum of emotions with this thing, and it was fun to get a new one.
So is there like a photography like what is the toughness of?
See, like, I think it would be definitely. There's definitely a moment where if you're like showing someone the pictures or something, when you're on set, they're like, oh, can I see the pictures? And if they're kind of like, oh, or they're like, oh, interesting, or they try to give like feedback, there is like a brief moment where you're like, oh, this person doesn't trust me, kind of with the vision or whatever. And I mean, that's something I'm trying to get better at, because I do shoot a lot of film, so I don't know what it's going to look like most of the time. Like, I have a general idea, but if you're shooting something for a brand or a company or someone and they are paying you, they're going to want to see something immediately, or at least like an idea of what it's going to look like. And yeah, their reaction where they're like, oh, what if you did this? And then it's like, why am I even fucking here? You know, like, or whatever. That can be, but I think that's like a fleeting moment, and most of the time, like, people are generally like pretty flattered by just their own appearance, I think, unless it's something that, you know, is like way out of left field, but you kind of already have an idea of what you want to do. So I guess there's like not a huge moment like that in photography, but it is, I think, maybe the one time or the couple times in like when I've shown a short film that is in front of people that you don't know, because when you show something like a short film to someone that you like or that you're friends with or whatever, they'll be like, oh, you know, this is really great, this is awesome, you know, that you put effort. But like watching, like, looking around the room when people are watching your short film or whatever is like pretty nerve-wracking, because if you see people like checking your phone, it's like, damn, like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
this sucks,
Yeah.
like, really bad.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah.
Yeah.
I relate to that experience every day.
Yeah, when I did a short film thing one time, I did a film festival. That's what they're called, and
Everybody's doing festivals.
yeah, and the guy before me, he had this like kind of artsy fartsy kind of thing, like half black and white, half like poetry. And when the Q&A started, the moderator was like, how come you didn't do the cliche thing and end the movie with the guy, like, you know, getting the girl type thing or whatever it was? And the guy's like, the kid who made the movie was like, oh, that's exactly that's how it ended. And the moderator was like, oh, yeah, of course. And it's like that moment for the kid, like this 20-year-old kid on stage is just being like, oh, no one fucked with my stuff.
Yeah.
No one understood
Yeah.
it.
And
no
the
one-
moderator didn't even watch it.
Yeah, like, and we were all in the same room watching it. It was like, what was the moderator
Yeah,
doing?
that's called bombing.
Yeah,
He goes,
you bombed.
and I felt embarrassed for the guy.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, I think I
well,
want.
no, that's when it's because at least when people are like chirping at you,
Yeah,
it's not like there's something to go on. When you're like, when that was what this room felt. It was a room of adults being like, I feel embarrassed for you. That's embarrassing to have people embarrassed for you. That's what embarrassment is.
yeah.
Because if they're like, nah, we're fighting with, then you can be mad. But if everyone's like, oh, I'm sorry for that kid, you're like, oh no, yeah. And I'm sure that's what happened.
and then like you ruined everyone's mood after. They had so fun at the show. And then they watched the saddest thing ever
Dude.
happen.
So does that mean? Do you want to maybe get some like jokes for the gay community going, or
No, I'm over that.
You're-
I'm
you
over
know?
that, dude. They burned that bridge. They
Okay,
burned
yeah.
that. You've heard it here first.
Now those
dude-
Latino Long Island guys are in for a treat the
Yeah,
next time
dude,
they
for
see
real.
you.
Well, it's one of those where like sometimes people they're like, oh, you should. Whenever people are like, you should write a joke about this, or you should have a joke for this type of people, or so on. It's like, brother, if I had it, I would have it. Like, it's not like I'm like, yeah, give me 2 hours, I'll have some good Asian joke. It's like I don't. They're so hard to come up with.
Yeah,
They're so hard, and it's like, yeah, if I hope everyone likes them.
Like the problem with that audience specifically is that they just are so about the
Yeah.
comic they went to go see that they don't really like fuck with anyone else.
Right.
But also, and this is antithetical to Max's comedy philosophy, is that they are also really into dirty, and Max just is a clean comic
Clean.
or whatever.
Oh, it was like the most stacked deck I've ever had. Like, and also they've seen like nearly 2 hours of show. Like I was I wasn't like I did her show again after, and it went bad. But it went bad how it like what I thought bad was. That first one, I was like, I did not know it could go that bad.
yeah.
It was that level of silent, and that was fun. It was good to know. Yeah.
All right. Should we wrap this puppy up?
Yeah, man. We
Let's end on that note.
let's end on that note. What was it? You got anything sweet to say? Should we say a goodbye? I had fun doing the goodbye the other time. Do you want to do the goodbye speech? Or should we have Cole do a goodbye speech? Or
we won't put that on. Do you have anything to promote? I mean, not that anyway.
If you, I'm trying to launch my headshot business. So if you're in New York and you're an actor or comedy person and you need headshots, DM me on Instagram, Cole J Crawford.
I mean, you are my headshot, baby. I say whatever.
I'm gonna after this, I'm gonna take David's headshot. So
You're doing a new one?
Yeah, I guess so. Let's do it.
Wow.
Are you doing that because you weren't happy with how my first ones turned out?
no. I just want to have other ones, and I see you using yours all the time. So
Yeah.
Dude,
you must
bro,
be happy.
So people aren't even asking for mine. They just pull shit from my Instagram. But I would be sending them.
All right, I need to get my page right anyway, so because I have yours up there and I want to have yours up there. I'm gonna have all sorts of faces.
Yeah,
Two white guys.
Yeah.
to like, and then yeah, and we'll I guess post the photos you took today as well.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Everyone
I think
reference
they'll
that.
Come out. They'll come
Hit
out
up
good.
Cole. He shoots film.
They'll be on my grinder.
See, there you go.
There
Oh
you
my
go.
God, you could have used that the show.
Dude, I
almost-
know. I'm a fool. Shabam.
Happy Passover.
Happy
guys.
Passover.
And happy Easter over. Easter.
I did. I thought of a funny joke. and
Dude,
and
lay
let's
it
hear
out.
it.
Lay it out.
I don't know if I'm stealing this from somewhere, but what did the guy say to his wife when they were at the buffet?
Humdiggity.
What?
I got a lot on my plate.
Shit.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna punch it up for you. It should be, like, what did the guy say? What did the guy at the buffet say to his wife when she asked who's gonna pay for it?
Humdiggity.
No. All right. I mean, that's the name of the episode. All right, bye guys.